Ooh, excuse me, guys. What's happening? A little bit of housekeeping. I have my Missouri Meerschaum, the Fifth Avenue bent with my forever stem. I'm drinking some of my home brewed Finnish dark ale. It's a Belgian style dark ale, winter type of drink. And smoking some Haunted Bookshop. When I first tried this blend, I didn't really get much. Granted, it was a fresh cracked tin, but with this cob and just kind of working my way through Burley's, it's a delicious smoke. Before I would get kind of just like the earthy, almost sawdust, but with these I get cocoa-y, kind of buttery, earthy notes. It's just really good. But for this video, I'm a little late. Quite a bit late. Quite a bit late. I wanted to do a top list of my tobaccos for 2020, and I arbitrarily picked 10. And originally I was gonna do like aromatics, Virginia-based, Burley-based, English style. But I think I'm just gonna go with the top 10 that I either reached for the most, or craved, or wanted to smoke more than the others. So for that reason, there's really no like categories. And I picked 10 because I don't know. I feel there's more than 5 worth noting. It was hard though, because there was other blends that I smoked more than some of these, and thoroughly enjoy, but overall I went with these 10. So we're gonna start with the first one. Let me tap this down real quick. Make sure that's going nice and hot. Okay. Well, start with the one I'm smoking. Haunted Bookshop. When I first tried this, it did hit me pretty hard. I love the taste, and I found that I would kind of puff a little bit too hard, trying to get that Virginia sweetness, some of that Perique in there, and between that and the Burley, I think it was just a hard hitting blend for when I wanted to smoke it. I don't say the most, but whenever I wanted Haunted Bookshop. So I would save this for once in a while, or save it for, make sure I had food, stuff like that. And lately I've been enjoying Burley, Old Joe Krantz, Five Brothers. So I opted to smoke this instead. Didn't eat really on lunch, so I'm living on the wild side right now. Drinking a dark ale, no lunch, and some Haunted Bookshop. This blend has kicked my ass before, so hopefully not today. That's the first one, and I ordered the tin. I ordered 2 tins from C&D. I didn't get it by bulk. And I watched a couple of lives, and people always ask if there is a difference. And Jeremy from C&D, I think he's a Reeves, maintains that there's no difference. It's just bagged and it's tinned. That there's no flavor manipulation between bulk, loose, and the tinned version. So, I know that's a question a lot of people ask or talk about. Okay. In the same category, I guess, C&D's Old Joe Krantz. I think this is one of those blends where you either enjoy it or you don't. And some people, it takes them a while to understand it, but to enjoy it, and or they just don't like it. And when I first opened it, I don't mention this a number of times, so sorry if I'm boring you guys, but it tasted kind of green. It tasted like a grass or a bitter leaf, like just green. And it took a little bit for me, probably about 4 bowls, before I really could kind of decipher what I was tasting, what I was smelling, and really enjoy this blend. And this blend right here, I could smoke whenever. It is a little stout, but I could smoke in the morning, I could smoke it at night, I could do multiple bowls, and there's no like thick toppings or anything like that, so you just get like this real natural tobacco taste. Oh, sorry. Okay. Next choice, McClelland's Piper's Choice Top Hat. This one is a vapor, I believe, Virginia Perique. Yeah. And this is just a really tasty blend. This is one that I've been rationing quite a bit. And you just get this really nice kind of musky, sweet vinegar, that McClelland's famous vinegar smell. It almost smells like plummy leather, but not quite as strong, because usually when I smell leather, I get like I smell that or associate it with like Latakia English blends or some kind of Balkan styles. It smells like muted sugar plums. It's sour. This one has some tang to it in a good way when you're smoking it, and you can get to Zen pretty close, or pretty quick, I should say. This one's aged 2017. I bought this off of somebody was selling their tins. They were thinning out their cellar, and coordinated over Instagram, and I bought a couple of tins. So I believe this was my first non-English McClelland, because I had their AM pipe, which was kind of their early morning pipe call, and then I had their Frogmorton cellar. And this was my first Virginia blend that wasn't in English, and it's fantastic. And talked about this plenty. Bought it with that same transaction. This is a Virginia Perique Oriental blend. Planta's aromatic, heavily topped, very sweet fruit. And when you're smoking it, you get real nice Virginia bready quality. That just a marvelous smoke. Probably my number one tobacco as of yet. Don't smoke it a lot. I smoke maybe 3 bowls, maybe, and I'm rationing that out. I immediately jarred half of it to forget about, and the other one I'm keeping for kind of not special occasions, but I smoke it very sparingly. Okay. The beer is good, strong. It's got a little bit of a tart kick. Carter Hall. This is what, number 5? No particular order. I'm not really ranking them. This is one of those blends too that I didn't try until this year, and just thought, oh, it's one of those cadre blends or over-the-counter blends, you know. Kind of overlooked it. Nah, son, that was a mistake. This stuff it's you know, when you hear people say they've been around for as long as they have for a reason, and it's true. I went through their pack real quick, or the pouch real quick, and some people say that there is some difference, that the pouch has a little bit more, what is it called? Shoot, I'm blanking. Not glycol. What is it called? Anyway, to keep it moist. So people think that it tends to be sweeter or more wet, and if you just want a standard Virginia Burley good old blend, you can't beat Carter Hall. And then you got the cocoa and bourbon topping. It's delicious. So last night I finished the bowl I had laying around with my, what pipe did I use? My Bent Dublin, which the color is turning quite nicely. This is a big bowl though, but man, that was so good. Got a little bit of a strength to it too. It's nothing to snub your nose at, and I learned that the hard way. It took me a couple years to get into it. I wish I would have jumped in and tried it from the beginning, especially in a cava. It's Carter Hall. It's delicious. MacBaren's Mixture, the Scottish mixture. Kind of a kitchen sink. I think it's Virginia Burley based, with a smattering of dark fire, and kind of has that typical MacBaren sweetness. I don't know what they use in their casing or their topping, but you tell it's a MacBaren. And this one's delicious. It's the Burley forward that I pick up. Chocolatey, molasses, earthy, and then you get some barbecue-y smoke. Comes off a little bit on the stronger smoke side with the dark fire. But this was really good. I ordered a 3.5 ounce tin, had it here and there, stored it for a good 1.5 years maybe, and then went back to it and really liked it and was reaching for this a lot more. And then this blend, which is pretty much similar. It's less sweet though, a little bit more rough around the edges, I guess. But it's Amphora original. This stuff too, same kind of procedure. When I first got out of the bag, I was a little bummed. I thought I wasted the $7. I did not like it. It was harsh, it was rough around the edges, rough retrohale. Didn't know enough about Burleys yet to really parse out what I was tasting. And then I was in the Scottish Mixture Blend, or Scottish Mixture Mood, sorry. And I was like, you know what, I'm going to open up the M4 again. And I was like, wow, this one has a couple years of age on it. It's delicious. It's chocolatey. I think that's a topping. They have a chocolate topping on it, but it really frames the Burley, the Virginias. This has Orientals, Kentucky, and Virginia. So this one's also kind of a kitchen sink, but really good. So sometimes it kind of burns a little hot like a Virginia, a little rough on the edges, but then that Burley really kind of keeps it balanced. And then, in my opinion, one of the best, probably the best pouch as of now. One of those that you could easily put in a tin. Some people, you know, they kind of have this idea of pouch tobacco being over the counter and not super great quality. And that Amphora is really good. And lately, I've been seeing a lot of the Amphora Burley in Kentucky. People talking about that being their real, or one of their favorite blends, or their go-to blends. So don't let the pouch fool you. Okay, almost done, guys. Next one, C&D's Exhausted Rooster. Virginia Burley with some Perique in it, and has alcohol topping on it. I don't know if it's rum, but I'll age this one. It tastes so different. Now I've been experiencing more Kentuckies or Dark Fires. When I first tried it, I pinpointed that flavor and was just like, I'm not too comfortable with that yet. I don't know how I like it, so didn't really smoke this a lot. Cracked this open a few months ago. After a couple years, it's delicious. It's smoothed out, you know, real nice, typical of Virginia's. The smokiness that I didn't like at first, the dark fired smoky taste went down, and the alcohol topping really worked with the leaf in there. Wessex Burley slice. And this is my first straight Burley. It's just delicious. I don't even know what to say. I really liked it. Surprised when I opened the tin. It smelled a little bit like fermented ketchup. I didn't expect that. Taste doesn't translate at all. You get a lot of real nice kind of molasses, almost licorice, and cocoa flavors with this Wessex Burley. Solani aged Burley Flake, a little bit similar. I think that had a darker cocoa flavor than this one. But anyway, yeah, when I opened this tin, from the beginning I enjoyed it, and for the next couple of weeks when I would have a bowl, I was looking for that one. It was a good choice. And then the last one on my list, Former's Crossgrain. I always want to call it crosscut, but it's Crossgrain. Which, on the description, it's Virginia with a little bit of Perique. But I know, like, Steve Connington, Smoking Cardboard, me and him were comparing notes, and I could see he knows that I'm very fond of this. And he was thinking there could be some Burley in here, but whatever it is, great tobacco. As soon as I lit it in the bowl with the match, and I drew, and I was like, okay, this one I like this a lot. So I stocked up on this. I definitely have a few tins in the cellar. Also, worth mentioning, didn't make my list, but Former's straight grain. It's more stout. I get kind of more floral, almost cologne, which sometimes tastes a little bit soapy, but it's not a bad flavor. I don't think it's like a smoky or a soapy off-putting taste. And interestingly enough, for my palate, Peterson Irish whiskey tastes really similar to straight grain Flake to me, the Former's. But there you go. Those are my top 10 tobaccos for 2020, which was a very interesting year. (2021), I got a lot of good stuff to work through. A lot of things I had to double check and make sure I didn't get this year, because I wanted to include it right off the top of my head. Sun Bear, that I wanted to give away from Flat Cap Piper and Lady Fire. I didn't know what to expect with that one either, and I was trying to figure it out as I was working through the bowls, and it's good. Anyway, I can go on and on. I have some over here that I had to double check to see if when I got it, either in December or if I got it in January. But there you have it. 907 Piper's top 10 tobaccos of 2000. Quick recap: Wessex, Burley Slices, Formers, Crossgrain Flake, C&D Exhausted Rooster, good old classic Carter Hall, McClelland's, gotta have a McClelland's, right? Top Hat, delicious, tangy, vinegary, vapor deliciousness. Planta's Empire Perique Flake, C&D's Old Joe Krantz, C&D's Haunted Bookshop. Notice I have a lot of C&D's this here. Amphora Original. And last but not least, when I'm feeling like a smoky chocolatey dessert, MacBaren Scottish Mixture. I always want to call it Scottish Blend. There you go. I'm gonna leave it there, you guys. I'm gonna finish this bowl, see what else I got. I'm gonna finish this beer, hang out. I gotta go to the field tomorrow, cover some monitoring. Then I have a secondary dentist appointment. Gotta work some stuff out, but we'll get into that. Yeah, that's what I've been up to, just boring adult stuff. So now it's time to smoke some pipes and maybe play some video games before Miss Gary gets home. We gotta go Costco, do some more adult chores. Alright, you guys, take care, smoke something good, eat something better. I love you all. Be safe. I'll catch you later.